Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. See what scientists are now saying about guys with dad bods? Listen, they want you to be a part of the guys with dad bods. At the end of the day, we're not walking around looking defeated. The reason they want you to give up is so it makes their life easier. I repeat, the reason they want you to give up because it makes their life easier. You guys look like the guys that are easy to be defeated. If you walk around and you look like that, it looks like you're easy to be defeated. It doesn't look like you're Division 1. It doesn't look like you're D1. It doesn't look like you're going to the NFL. It doesn't look like you're a power lifter. Listen, I was in line at a grocery store. A white soccer player turned around and said, "Hey, you look like you a power lifter." He was like, "Do you power lift?" I was like, "Nah, I don't even power lift." He said, "Man, you should try it." So at the end of the day, they think you're a power lifter when you look like you put that work in, because you do. Then I had one guy at a dispensary. He gonna tell me, "Oh, it's just genetics." Listen, I didn't go back and forth with him because at the end of the day, he's skinny. He doesn't understand if he stops being lazy, he can get muscles too. But at the end of the day, listen, science and society, they want you to have a dad bod. They want you to look defeated. Listen, this is like Dragon Ball Z. Life is like Dragon Ball Z. They want you to look like you can't fight, like you can't defend yourself. Listen, they don't want you to look like the leader. They want you to look like a cook. They want you to look like you need. Listen, this is the real reason why men need 40 steps to get laid. Look how they look. You look defeated. You don't look like procreation. You don't look like you can procreate and give a woman the best seed. You don't even look like you can give a woman the best seed. You don't look like you take control of your life. This is why a lot of women run relationships, because guys are out of shape. They can't even control their eating habits. So how are they going to control a woman? Listen, they can't control the dynamics of anything in their life. Listen, when you're out of shape, you can't control the dynamics of anything in your life. I don't care what nobody say. When you're out of shape, you can't control the dynamics of anything in your life. You just let life happen to you and you're just not getting back up. Listen, when you have buys and tries and you have muscles and you have pecs in the chest and six-pack in the legs and the calves, at the end of the day, it shows the world that you're willing to fight back. It shows the world that you're willing to not give up in life. If you guys are willing to give up, listen, they think a dude like me with buys and tries are gonna give up if nobody shows love for 4 years in a row, for 5 years in a row on YouTube. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't care about that because I have buys and tries. It shows that once upon a time when I was a skinny guy, I did all the reps I could, looked in the mirror, and nothing happened. Nothing changed. I was still skinny. At the end of the day, I just kept going and never gave up. That's what muscles represent. That's why I'm saying the mindset behind the muscles. Listen, it will help you run up the numbers on YouTube. It will help you run up the numbers as a content creator because you have the ability to not give up. Listen, we're going to dominate the semen retention in the monk mode community because we're not dating while retaining our seed. Listen, dudes who are on semen retention and they're married, listen, they're going to relapse every 30 days. I repeat, they're going to relapse every 30 days because their wife's getting smashed the other 20-some days. Listen, at the end of the day, why would you be in a relationship if you can't smash her? Listen, you're not trying to empower her. At the end of the day, if you want to do semen retention, you want to retain, listen, break up with her. Listen, be single. This is for single, focused men that have the ability to not give up in life. If you don't have muscles, listen, and you're a content creator, listen, you're 30 negative comments away from turning the other cheek away from YouTube. I repeat, you're 30 comments away. You're 30 negative comments away from turning the other cheek. towards YouTube. At the end of the day, listen, the muscles represents we're not gonna give up. It doesn't matter. Listen, for the people that it's gonna help, it's gonna help. At the end of the day, listen, I'm not bringing the content that tells you, oh, you need to be scared, you need to watch out for World War III. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, fear is not of God. So my content is not going to talk about fear because we don't fear anything. Fear is not of God. Listen, God has not given you a spirit of fear. So at the end of the day, listen, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. Listen, as little kids, we all looked up to superheroes. Now it's time for you to be the superhero. It's time for you to be the hero. Society wants to turn you into the villain, but you need to be the superhero. You guys need to treat women. You guys need to treat women right. Treat people's daughters right. That's still somebody's daughter. At the end of the day, no DDTs. At the end of the day, if you're not a multi-millionaire and you're in a first world country like America, and you have a girlfriend, listen, you need to let other kings win and leave her alone. Listen, in the relationship right now, you got to understand, women should be around multi-millionaires. A woman, listen, if I was to die, my woman would be a multi-millionaire. She would have 20 million already saved up for her. At the end of the day, when you guys pass, all she getting is a $190 check from Family Dollar. At the end of the day, listen, we not going out like that. Listen, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.